Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. This time out, we're welcoming a new brand of boutique pedals to Sweetwater. Let's get started. Today I'm happy to announce that Sweetwater is now carrying Catalinbread boutique pedals. Now, Catalinbread was founded in 2003. The subtitle for the company is Mechanisms of Music, and that really translates to what they do with their pedals. They're creative pedals that both emulate vintage sounds as well as offer new possibilities. Catalinbread offers a wide range of pedals. We have delays, we have reverbs, we have all sorts of overdrives, distortions, amp-like pedals, special effects. Lots of different tonal possibilities are available from Catalinbread. Don Carr and myself will be shooting a lot of videos coming up here on all of the individual pedals from Catalinbread, but today I wanted to give you a taste of 5 of their pedals. We've got some great tones on tap here, lots of versatility. I think you're really going to enjoy checking these out. One of the main categories in Catalinbread pedals is what they call their foundation overdrives. And these overdrives are intended to recreate the tonal effects and the feel of actual vintage amplifiers. And I've got several of those pedals here today. First up, we have the Formula 55 here on my right. Now, the Formula 55 is designed to recreate, to emulate the tone and the response of a vintage tweed amplifier, specifically the 5E3 circuit. The Formula 55 has 2 different modes. In the first mode, with the switch up, it actually sounds more like a vintage tweed amplifier on a clean setting, something more like Grant Green would have used on his jazz recordings. With the mode switch pushed down, we're more in Neil Young category. Let's check both of those out. For comparison, here's our clean tone. I'm playing a Gibson ES335 through a Sweetwater exclusive Rivera modded Fender Deluxe. That's a nice neutral tone. Now when we engage the Formula 55 with the mode switch up, we'll get the sound of a clean tweed amplifier. We've got all that fat, juicy bottom end and mid-range that you'd get from a vintage tweed amp, and it's also very touch responsive. We can easily push that towards starting to crunch a bit. Catalinbread actually went to extreme lengths to duplicate the circuitry and to recreate it as exactly as possible inside the pedal. It feels and it sounds very authentic. When we push the switch in, the gain goes way up. It's got that ragged edge, but all that fat, dynamic response of a tweed amp. The next pedal in our lineup is the Dirty Little Secret, or the DLS. Now this is intended to emulate one of 2 different amplifiers. There's a switch that allows you to choose between them. A vintage Marshall Super Lead or a vintage Marshall Super Bass. Check this out. We've got that fat, rich tone with all the dynamics that you'd expect from a Marshall. It really sings, yet it has that bright pick attack as well that gives you great articulation. Our third pedal today is the SFT. This is a unique pedal. It's the only one I'm aware of that goes after recreating the sound of a vintage Ampeg amplifier. Like the Formula 55, we have 2 different modes. We have a cleaner mode, and when you push the switch in to stoner mode, you get a lot more gain. The Belle Epoch Deluxe is an incredible delay pedal. It's designed to authentically recreate an EP3, which was a vintage tape delay unit. The EP3 is unique because it has a very toneful preamp section, and that section has been recreated in the Belle Epoch Deluxe. And we also have the capability of switching between 6 different modes. So we have everything from a vintage EP3 with several different settings, all the way to a deluxe memory man, which gives us more modulated delays. So there's a 6-position control here on the left that allows us to move between those. When it's all the way here, all the way turned down if you will, it's set to the EP3 setting. We have a lot of sound shaping capability on board, so we can work with the sound of the actual tape that we're dealing with here. It's very authentic. And again, part of the tone is that EP3 preamp circuit that's inside here as well. Now we can control some of the settings using an expression pedal too. So you can either control the I/O settings, you can control the delay settings. There's a lot you can do with the foot pedal to bring this under real-time control. When we turn the control on the left all the way up, we get into memory man territory. So here's our first setting. So that's more the modulated Deluxe Memory Man setting. If we turn all the way up, we get the Deluxe Memory Man vibrato setting. There's a lot to talk about with the Belle Epoch Deluxe, and we'll get into that in a specific video on this pedal. But one more thing I have to show you, and that's the delay oscillation switch. So let's go back to the EP3 setting. When we push that switch down, the pedal goes into self-oscillation. It's a great effect that has a lot of creative potential. Last up in our quick examples here today is the Echorec, which is designed to emulate the sound of a Benson Echorec, which is a vintage delay pedal. In this case, we have a variety of different settings that we can scroll among. Let's check some of those out. So here we have more of a straight ahead delay effect, but you can hear how that delay degrades. This makes it sit under your signal very well. As we turn up the program select, we get into different delay effects. There are a lot more effects inside the Echorec. It's a very versatile pedal, and we haven't touched any of the other controls yet. There's a lot you can do with this pedal to expand your creative tonal palette. I hope you've enjoyed this quick look at 5 of the pedals in the Catalinbread lineup. There are so many great sounds available from just these pedals, and when you factor in all the rest of the pedals in the lineup, you've got an incredible array of sounds to choose among. Really is a lot of fun to check these out. I highly recommend that you visit Sweetwater.com and look at all of the Catalinbread pedals, and watch for our videos on the specific pedals coming up soon. Thanks for joining me for Sweetwater's Guitars and Gear. Be sure to tune in next time. We'll have more guitars, more amps, more effects, and we'll be making lots of music. I'm Mitch Gallagher.